What is going on, y'all beautiful people? I hope you are doing amazing today. I'm trying to adjust my holding of this camera real quick. Hope y'all are doing amazing today, but in this video, what I want you to do, okay, firstly, all I want you to do, if you have TikTok, I know you probably have TikTok. If you have TikTok, I want you to go to your TikTok, or when you get the chance, and I want you to pay attention to the videos that you are getting. I really want you to pay attention to the videos that you are getting. This is like crazy because I never really realized how damn important it is to pay attention. And I think if you have an awareness of the videos that you are being sent on TikTok or whatever, it can really give you a power to avoid the negativity. That's what this video is about. The negativity is so powerful, and I've been learning it from a lot of people, how you basically have to train your mind to want the good stuff, to want the positivity. And if we can get an awareness that we don't want the negativity and all that stuff, we can go towards the goodness, the positivity of Christ, of God. And that's what we're basically trying to do. So a concept that I heard is that once you are so in the state, like if you're in a state right now where you're kind of like thinking negatively, or maybe you're just like really going through something really tough and it's just like sad, everything like that, you want to kind of like beat yourself up, or you're really freaking depressed, whatever it might be, you start to feed off of the negativity in a bad way. In terms of when you see stuff that is going on, that is drama, that is negative on TikTok or something, you kind of like jump in on it. You kind of like just start jumping in on like, oh yeah, this person sucks. This person, like, oh, they're so stupid. Why would they do something like that? You start jumping in on it because you're in that negative state, and it becomes hard to even notice that you're doing that. But that travels into your everyday life, and you become a negative person. You stop having joy. You stop having peace because you're worried about stuff, and you're just like all around consumed by this negativity that eventually consumes you. But it's something that I've started to do, and I've heard that it's so powerful when we do this, is training our mind to want the positivity. Even if you are not in that positive state right now, if it's something that you are aware that you want to get towards, you can start to say like, hey, I don't want to see this negative stuff. And you can simply push on TikTok, do not recommend, whenever you see that negative stuff. And what I've realized is that TikTok is a very actually good indicator of where you are mentally, in terms of like what you're actually focusing on and what you're training your mind to enjoy. That's what Owen Cook talked about. He said that if you're enjoying that negative stuff, you feed off of that negative stuff, like the drama, the cancel culture, all that stuff. You'll feed off that. But you can also feed off of the positivity if you train your mind to feed off the positivity. All of a sudden you start seeing positive stuff. It gets you smiling, gets you happy, and it makes you want to go do great things out there in the world. And I've noticed this with myself in the past. My bad, I thought somebody was here. But in the past, when I would watch my TikToks, they were not like necessarily the best. Actually, I think that's my cat over there. We'll go walk over there together. But in the past, my TikToks weren't necessarily the best. And they were like, you know, just kind of all over the place. Sometimes there was some negative stuff and it would just kind of be there. And I didn't think too much about it. But then I started getting closer to Jesus. I started getting closer to God. And now I've noticed that my TikToks are so much more surrounded by that. Hold on, let's see. My cat wants to get out over here. She's gonna make a break for it. Y'all can see her running. Oh, and there she goes, and she's out, and she's out. We're gonna follow her. We're gonna follow her on the way. Oh, and she made it out. Anyways, as I was saying, can y'all still see me? There we go. As I was saying, now that I'm watching that stuff, and now that my TikTok is like, I've been getting closer to God. I've been getting closer and trying to keep my joy and my peace and my positivity. All of a sudden, that's the stuff that is popping up on my TikTok because it's like what I'm going towards. It's like I'm feeding off of that. And even if it's not always like, I don't always connect with it, you know, like some of the TikToks are just like a little, I don't know, somebody talking about their experience or whatever. And I don't even watch it all, but if they start talking about Jesus or God, I'll just like double click it because I want more of that stuff. Even if it's not the best at the time, I just want more and being surrounded more by that stuff. So I really want you to pay attention to your TikTok. Pay attention to your YouTube even. What are you getting recommended on that stuff? And, you know, how can you start to push it more towards that positivity? Because like my girlfriend, man, here's the thing. This is where I really see how it can affect our lives and how it can really like change our moods and how it's so powerful if you can get the positive going. Like with my girlfriend, the other day we were at her apartment and we wake up in the morning and one of the first things that she does when she wakes up is she goes on TikTok. We both do that. But you know, we wake up and we go on TikTok and we'll just be like chilling for a little bit just to wake ourselves up. And I noticed that when she goes on her TikTok, she'll wake up, she'll be in a good mood, and then she'll be on her TikTok and she'll do a couple scrolls, and then she'll get to this TikTok talking about like some controversial stuff, somebody that did something in like, you know, whatever it might be, something out there that makes her a little bit sad that it's going on. Sometimes they'll pop up like dogs dying, like it's sad, but like dogs dying, the most sad things ever. And I'm saying like, you know, that stuff is happening and it's sad. But to pump ourselves with that every single day, it's going to make us like angry at the world, sad at the world, all that stuff. And I can immediately feel her mood switch off from that. Now she's pretty good. She doesn't like harbor on it the whole day or anything, but I can tell she gets upset and it's like, okay, I can't talk to her for the next like, you know, minute or two. But like for that, it can be very tough because I know that's a little bit hard for her and I don't want her to have to feel like that. I don't want any of us to have to feel like that. I gotta go do something real quick, but that's basically what I want you guys to think about today. I hope you guys go. Let me know how your TikTok is right now and let me know how you are going to try to adjust it and focus on the positive stuff. Love you guys. Hope you're doing amazing today. Peace. Peace.